The principles of Stoicism have guided people for thousands of years, helping them master their emotions, develop inner strength, and navigate challenging situations with grace. Applying Stoicism to relationships, particularly in how you approach women, can not only improve your confidence, but also increase your chances of connecting on a deeper level. This script will break down Stoic philosophy and practical steps you can take to attract any woman, even if she isn't initially interested in you, by cultivating an authentic, calm, and compelling presence. Lesson 1. The power of self-control and emotional mastery. In Stoicism, one of the core tenets is controlling what is within your power, your thoughts, reactions, and emotions. When approaching women, the biggest mistake men make is being ruled by their emotions. The fear of rejection, nervousness, or excitement can cloud your judgment and make you act in ways that are unnatural or desperate. Imagine a man who walks up to a woman but is visibly anxious. He fidgets, speaks too quickly, or stumbles over his words. The woman can sense his nervous energy, which may cause her to feel uneasy as well. In contrast, think of a man who is calm, collected, and composed. He's in control of himself, not swayed by external circumstances. This man embodies the Stoic ideal of emotional mastery, and his calm demeanor will naturally draw others in. Emotional mastery doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions. It means acknowledging them, understanding them, and not allowing them to dictate your actions. When you feel nervous or uncertain, take a deep breath, pause, and remind yourself that the outcome is not in your control. What you can control is how you present yourself, how you react, and how you choose to engage. This level of self-control is incredibly attractive to women because it shows maturity and confidence. When you're not desperate for a particular outcome, you come across as more desirable. Women are attracted to men who can maintain composure, especially in situations that might make others falter. Lesson 2. Authenticity over game. Many people believe that the key to attracting women is through tricks, manipulation, or so-called game. However, this approach often backfires. In Stoicism, living in accordance with nature means being authentic to yourself. Faking confidence, pretending to be someone you're not, or using scripted lines may work in the short term, but it's not sustainable. When you are genuinely yourself, you attract women who appreciate you for who you are, not for the facade you're putting up. This is not to say you shouldn't try to improve yourself. On the contrary, self-improvement is key. But the goal is to become the best version of yourself, not a version you think will please others. Women are intuitive and can sense when someone is being disingenuous. Authenticity exudes confidence because it shows you are comfortable in your own skin. When you approach a woman with honesty, without ulterior motives or the need to impress her with gimmicks, you set yourself apart from the crowd. Instead of worrying about how to get a woman to like you, focus on becoming a man you respect. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values? Am I acting with integrity? When you align with these principles, you naturally attract women who resonate with your energy and values. Lesson 3. Practicing indifference to rejection. Rejection is a natural part of life, and in Stoicism, it is viewed as something that is not inherently good or bad. It simply is. The Stoics taught that we should be indifferent to external outcomes because they are outside our control. What matters is how we react. When you approach a woman, there's always the possibility of rejection. However, instead of fearing this, embrace it as part of the process. If she's not interested, that's okay. It's not a reflection of your worth, and it doesn't diminish you in any way. This mindset is freeing because it allows you to take chances without the weight of potential failure hanging over you. Imagine a man who approaches a woman and gets turned down. If he reacts with frustration, bitterness, or disappointment, it shows that he is too attached to the outcome. But a Stoic man would remain unfazed. He understands that her response is not within his control and that there are many factors at play. He moves on with grace, knowing that every rejection is simply one step closer to finding someone who appreciates him. This ability to remain indifferent to rejection is incredibly attractive. It shows emotional resilience and self-confidence. Women are drawn to men who don't place their self-worth in the hands of others and who can handle rejection with maturity. It also signals that you are not desperate or overly invested in any one person, which in turn makes you more desirable. Lesson 4. Building inner confidence through purpose. One of the most attractive qualities in a man is confidence, but not the kind of confidence that comes from external validation or ego. True confidence comes from within, and it is rooted in a sense of purpose and direction in life. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on what is within our control and strive to live a life of virtue. When you have a clear sense of purpose, whether it's your career, personal development, or a passion you are pursuing, it radiates from you. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, who are driven by something bigger than themselves. It shows that you are not seeking validation from others, but rather from your own accomplishments and growth. A man with a purpose doesn't need to chase women because he is already fulfilled. His fulfillment doesn't come from external sources, and this makes him incredibly attractive. When you approach women from this mindset, you are not coming from a place of neediness, but from a place of abundance. You have something valuable to offer, and whether or not she is interested doesn't change your sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches that living in accordance with your nature and striving for personal excellence is the highest form of success. When you live with purpose, you naturally attract others who are drawn to your energy and ambition. Lesson 5. The power of patience and presence. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, patience is a rare and valuable trait. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of patience in all areas of life, and this applies to relationships as well. When you're trying to attract a woman, rushing things or forcing a connection will likely have the opposite effect. Patience allows you to build a genuine connection over time. Instead of trying to impress her immediately or push for a relationship, take your time. Be present in the moment and focus on truly getting to know her. Women appreciate men who don't pressure them and who are willing to let things unfold naturally. Presence is equally important. When you are with a woman, give her your full attention. Put away distractions, like your phone, and engage with her fully. Listen to her, make eye contact, and show that you are genuinely interested in what she has to say. Being present shows that you value her as a person, not just as a potential romantic partner. Patience and presence are attractive because they demonstrate maturity and emotional intelligence. Women are more likely to be drawn to men who can offer them undivided attention and are not in a rush to achieve a particular outcome. Lesson 6. Mastering the art of subtlety. Subtlety is an art that many overlook when it comes to attraction. In Stoicism, restraint is a virtue, and this applies to how you present yourself to women. Instead of being overly aggressive or forward, use subtlety to create intrigue. When you are too direct, especially early on, it can come off as pushy or even desperate. Instead, focus on building a connection slowly. Compliment her, but don't overdo it. Show interest, but also give her space to come to you. Let the attraction build naturally over time. Subtlety also means paying attention to her cues. Stoicism teaches us to be observant and mindful of our surroundings. Pay attention to her body language, tone of voice, and the way she interacts with you. These subtle signs can give you a sense of whether she's interested and how she's feeling. By practicing subtlety, you create a sense of mystery and depth, which can be incredibly attractive. Women are often drawn to men who don't reveal everything about themselves right away, as it creates an air of intrigue and leaves them wanting to learn more. Lesson 7. Developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. In Stoicism, the ability to navigate your emotions with wisdom is a key component of living a virtuous life. When you approach a woman, your emotional intelligence plays a significant role in how the interaction unfolds. Being aware of how she feels, empathizing with her, and responding appropriately to her emotions can make all the difference in building a connection. For example, if you notice that she seems uncomfortable or uninterested, instead of pushing further, respect her boundaries and give her space. On the other hand, if she seems engaged and interested, you can respond accordingly and deepen the interaction. Emotional intelligence also means being in tune with your own emotions. If you're feeling nervous or uncertain, acknowledge those feelings, but don't let them control you. By managing your own emotional state, you can approach women with more confidence and ease, which will make you more attractive. Lesson 8. Confidence through vulnerability. There is a common misconception that vulnerability is a weakness, especially when it comes to attracting women. However, Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from being honest and open, not from putting up walls. Confidence is not about being invincible. It's about being secure enough in yourself to show your true self. When you are vulnerable in a healthy way, it shows that you are comfortable with who you are. You don't need to hide behind a mask of bravado or false confidence. Instead, you can be real and authentic, which is far more attractive than pretending to be something you're not. Being vulnerable doesn't mean oversharing or dumping your insecurities on someone else. It means being open about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a way that fosters connection. When a woman sees that you are comfortable with vulnerability, she is more likely to feel safe and comfortable being vulnerable with you as well. This kind of emotional openness builds trust and deepens the connection, making you more attractive in her eyes. Lesson 9. Practicing detachment from outcome. In Stoicism, one of the most powerful lessons is the concept of detachment from outcomes. The Stoics believed that we should focus on our actions, not the results, because the results are often beyond our control. This mindset is incredibly valuable when it comes to attracting women. When you approach a woman with a specific goal in mind, whether it's getting her number, securing a date, or impressing her, you are attached to the outcome. This attachment can lead to anxiety, frustration, or disappointment if things don't go as planned. However, if you approach her with detachment from the outcome, you are free to enjoy the interaction for what it is. You're not fixated on what comes next or whether she's interested. Instead, you focus on being present, enjoying the conversation, and leaving the rest up to fate. This detachment is attractive because it shows that you are confident and self-assured. You're not relying on her response to validate your worth, and this lack of neediness is incredibly appealing. Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can control is our own actions. When you approach women from this mindset, you not only become more attractive, but you also enjoy the process more. The key is to focus on being the best version of yourself and let the results unfold naturally.